Hey guys, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. I just wanted to do a video on this as I head over to my other appointments. But massive merger was done today between At&T and Time Warner. It was breaking on CNN and everything. Everything's changed. Everything's changed, and everybody's wondering now, what does that mean? What does that mean for Warner Brothers in DC and all of this other properties? Well, for all of you guys, you're probably wondering what's more about Warner Brothers in DC, right? So this is the thing. They call it a merger, but what it really is that AT&T is purchasing Time Warner. For $85 billion, AT&T is purchasing Warner Brothers. That means Warner Brothers are going to have new bosses. They're going to have new bosses. Okay? Now, this is a vertical merger, meaning that the AT&T, the entity AT&T, and the entity Time Warner, they don't have anything competing. It's not like they're two of the same companies going together in order to be a bigger company. It's two different entities. AT&T's like communications, Time Warner, does all the media, the movies and stuff like that, all that kind of stuff, the cable television and things like that. So they're merging two different types of companies together, and that's why the judge ruled in the favor of AT&T to go ahead and purchase Time Warner for $85 billion. This is not like other. If it was a merger between, let's say Disney and Time Warner, that would have been different. That would probably be squashed because that's too strong. That means there's going to be less competition in terms of movies and entertainment. But this is different. So this is like AT&T is a different. They're not particularly into entertainment. Time Warner is, so it's a different thing altogether, and it actually ultimately will make Time Warner stronger in terms of technology wise and what they can do, like streaming services and stuff like that. So it's really good for Time Warner. The thing about corporate changes like this, okay, and I've been through some myself. I've have companies that do that corporate changes, and I have corporate managers who were let go because they've had corporate managers from one company, and they were taken over another company, and those corporate managers with the same jobs. They can't have two of them, so they had to let go of one, and they chose, the person that did the purchasing. So this could actually be a safe. Now we all know about Kevin Sujihara, what's going to expect with that. It depends on AT&T. If AT&T comes in after purchasing Time Warner and says we want to change things, if they're the type of company that wants to get into the entertainment industry firsthand, get their hands dirty, and they have ideas of their own, then yeah, this could spell very badly for people like Kevin Sujihara. Okay, they could spell badly for a lot of people in the Warner Brothers industry, and that's what they're scared of right now. They don't know, or maybe they do and they're not saying, but they don't know what AT&T wants to do with the entertainment side of the business. For a lot of companies, and I've been through other companies who purchase other companies, and they don't know what to do with them, so they just say, we're just going to let you do what you do best and do that. So AT&T could, after purchasing Time Warner, and say, you know what? You guys are good at doing movies. We're good at doing communications. It's business as usual. You go ahead and do whatever you need to do, and let us know how we can supplement that. So there are companies that do as well. I've known some commercial companies who are like an electrician company. All they do was electricity and things like that. And they purchase a food service company, and when they purchased it, they didn't know what to do with food service because that's not what they are. But they're investing into the food service company, and they let the food service company do whatever they need to do, as long as you report back with numbers, and those numbers look good. So with this in mind, I think it's not going to be too much of a big problem, but it really depends on AT&T and what they intend to do. But if they are very like a numbers country, they're very like numbers crunching, and they really want to make sure the business is good. They want to be more involved with the entertainment industry. That could spell out very badly for people like Warner Brothers, because there could be a lot of change up happening. But it won't be soon. Okay, it won't be soon, and everything will. They'll have to check in on it. They'll probably research it, unless they've already done it by now. But there could be possibilities where they look into Warner Brothers and says, just continue what you're doing. You guys know how to do it best. We just want to capitalize on that entertainment business in terms of the investments. It could be good and it could be bad, but it is exciting because now Warner Brothers will know where to go in that direction, right? I think for about a year or even from before that, they don't know what to do. And so maybe they were tiptoeing around certain slates per the DC. They're tiptoeing around what should we do with the rest of the company, because their future, they're unaware of their future. And there still kind of is, because what the ruling is today is that they can go ahead and proceed with the buying out. That doesn't mean they have bought it out yet. The government could still appeal it, even though the judge today had told the government, don't be dumb and stupid to appeal it, because there is really nothing you can appeal it. You'll just prolong it even further, and that will just hurt the company AT&T from prolonging it further. You can't win this. The judge pretty much flat out said to the government, you cannot win this. You cannot. I mean, there's nothing here that says this is a merger that will kill competition, because they're two different types of companies coming together. So it is really interesting, and that's why I said everything's changed, because it's getting bigger, and finally Warner Brothers, after they get purchased, they finally can kind of start going ahead to wondering what should they do with the rest of the Warner Brother pictures, with possibly the rest of the DC. Now, DC, it makes big money, but it's just a little part of the whole picture. It's just a little part of the whole picture, but you have to understand that this larger corporate thing that's happening here will affect everything from top to bottom. And I'm even wondering that it may be a smart move that Jeff Johns goes to Mad Ghost Productions, because he's out. We'll have to look if Mad Ghost Productions is part of the Warner Brothers thing, or is this his own separate entity that he cooked up himself. Then that could mean he wants to make sure his own job is safe. And I don't know how that works in terms of writing for Warner Brothers Pictures. Either he hired him as an individual, or hired him as a company as part of Mad Ghost Productions. That's interesting as well. So we'll see, but everything has definitely will be changing in terms of where we're going to see, in terms of, are they going to be comfortable in changing, are they going to be comfortable in staying, but it is a big deal. It's a huge deal for both sides of the company. So I just want to put that out there today before I do my tonight video, which that way I don't have to talk about it too long, because I want to get into more of what Zack Snyder posted today, and hopefully what we'll see. I'm still holding my hopes out for Fiona. What is she gonna post? What does she mean by it's coming super soon? She later posted the Lord said patient, so I don't know what patient mean, like later today. Are they waiting for the AT&T Time Warner thing before they post anything? I don't know, but I just wanted to throw this video out for you guys today, so for people who are interested in knowing why is this such a big deal for Warner Brothers? Why is this such a big deal for the DCEU? And so we'll have to wait longer for more news. But now I think, like I said already so many times, Warner Brothers now knows what direction to go in and what to expect now that the merger has been approved to go forward. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later on tonight for more videos, and I'll check back to you later. Right. Bye.